Yes, Burnley sacking their manager Sean Dyche with 8 games left in the Premier League season. They've lost 5 of their last 6 top-flight games. They're 18th, 4 points from safety. Sean Dyche was the Premier League's longest-serving manager. He took over at Turf Moor in October of 2012. But the Burnley chairman, Alan Pace, said today it was an incredibly difficult decision to part company with him. But he said, we feel a change is needed. And we've been getting reaction from some of you, the Burnley fans, earlier on today. If you just want to share your reaction and whether you think this will either help or hinder the team from here on out, let us know what you think. 03717 223344. Before we discuss it here, Cameron Jerome and Craig Mitch alongside myself, Hugh Wisencroft, let's hear a little bit more of Martin Keown, the Arsenal defender, who was with White and Jordan a little bit earlier on talkSPORT.
In that period, I don't know whether Sean Dyche signed a new deal and that almost bought his silence. But before he signed that deal, he was asking for more money to be spent on the team, which wasn't forthcoming. Because this is a lack of investment over a number of years, which was affecting the way that he was trying to plan for the future. And now it's come to it's paying dividends in terms of it's not working. So I think he's been a little bit let down.
So Martin Keown saying there, Sean Dyche let down by the lack of investment. I read a stat today saying Burnley's net spend over the last 6 years was £64 million to keep them in the Premier League during that time. With that lack of investment, which wasn't just the new owners, but the new owners who didn't back him by signing players earlier on in the season. Last summer, of course, really getting one player, I think it was Dale Stephens, not enough to bolster their squad. And then, of course, selling Chris Wood and then replacing him with Wout Weghorst. Not enough, I think, for Burnley. And he's been let down, hasn't he, Sean Dyche?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no doubt in that. I think what he's done up there is no short of a miracle in terms of the budget is on, the size of the club, the journey they've been on. And for him to keep them in the Premier League year after year is such a success. And it's sad. It's sad to see that it's happened. This is football. The results haven't gone their way, especially that defeat to Norwich last week, and that's probably the nail in the coffin after such a positive result against a rival in beating Everton in the midweek there. So I just don't see where they go from here, to be honest with you. I just don't see the sense in doing it now. I just think who's out there, what's going to have such a different voice that's going to yield the results that they need. We'll
come to the runners and riders in a moment. Craig Mitch, what was your reaction to this?
I was shocked. I'm not going to lie. When I saw it announced on Twitter earlier today, I was very shocked. He's done so much for the club, and there's only 7-8 games left for Burnley. I don't see why they would do that now. Maybe they're looking at him thinking maybe he's not a specialist in avoiding relegation. Maybe he's lost the dressing room. Maybe there's just things we don't know that's going on behind the scenes. But I also have to be consistent in my opinion and say when Bournemouth were in that position with Eddie Howe and he'd been there for ages and people were scratching their heads saying why have they done this with Eddie Howe? 10 years is a long time for a manager to be at a club. He's been at Burnley for 10 years. I know the timing is weird and maybe they could have let him go at the end of the season. But I do feel like sometimes things can get stale. And maybe he did overstay his welcome. I don't know. Because we always thought, why hasn't he moved on to another club? Why hasn't he tried to be maybe ambitious and make the jump? And now it looks like it's come to bite him.
But do you think Burnley have got more of a chance or less of a chance with him or without him? That's the key question. And that's probably what the owners are thinking. Do we get someone in, change of voice, change of direction, what's going to give that team that boost to try and battle away from the relegation zone?
I think before the Norwich game, I would have said 100% a better chance with him. It would have been, no doubt in my mind. Losing to Norwich, I think that was the thing that's made them kind of panic a bit now and go, okay, listen, that's supposed to be the team. That's supposed to be the team that everyone goes, 3 points. It's 3 points. Don't even have to think about it. Don't even plan during the week. Don't train. It's fine. 3 points. And it didn't work out like that for them. And yes, I know Everton ended up beating Manchester United and that kind of maybe got them a bit scared as well. But like I said, before that game, I would have said, yep, he's the right man. But then after that, I can see why maybe they've got a bit of cold feet now. And they're looking at it going, is this the guy? Is there someone that could come in and give us a quick injection?